Thank you for taking the time to watch these videos. As the last topic, I'd like to briefly discuss. A lot of times I'll say that we've managed to beat a certain cancer or assist in a person in beating the cancer or HIV, but always under the right conditions, and that's a vital part. The first thing, if you think about things that causes cancer, things that feeds cancer, processed sugar, for instance, that is a food for cancer. When they do certain testing like CT scans, they use sugar, and then the sugar gets absorbed by the cancer, and that's how they can see where the cancer is. Now, sugar is a food for cancer, so if you're going to be using sugar while you're fighting while you're fighting cancer, and even with the help of Intervene, it's not going to work. You've got to do it properly. You've got to change your lifestyle. You've got to stop eating things that's causing cancer. And there's a whole list. Go ahead and download it. It gives you the top 10 elements that could be causing cancer. And those elements is for instance, sugar is one, cell phone radiation or radiation from Wi-Fi, cell phone towers. That's a big cause of cancer. So if you go to bed at night, switch off your Wi-Fi. Try and get your Wi-Fi in a spot that is not close to you, because that could be causing cancer. The GMOs, it's a big element as well, and unfortunately everything that we eat these days has got GMOs in it. It's a very unfortunate thing, and there's a few articles about it, but we know that GMOs is one of the top causes as well these days that could potentially cause cancer. So to be able to cut that down, there is places where you can get organic foods, organic meats. The unfortunate part is that if you qualify a farm as being organic, it actually only means that 20% of a crop needs to be organic, and that way the full farm is organic, and they sell all the crop as organic, which is not really the way. It's not really the truth. If you're looking at meats, from birth, cows get pumped full of hormones or antibiotics rather, and we're continuously consuming that, and that's why our systems is starting to become immune to antibiotics. And that also obviously damages our stomachs all the time, and that's where problems start. So we can't stop eating. We've got to find a balance. We've got to try and eat healthy. Greens, very important. Your green type of vegetables, very important to fight cancer. And juicing. I've literally seen people that has managed to beat cancer with using juicing. So juicing is very good. It puts back the minerals of your body that you need, that you require. So go through that list and make sure that we're doing it right. There's no use fighting cancer if you don't do it properly. There's a few conditions in the body as well that needs to be addressed. Your health conditions, if you do have problems with stomach, irritable bowel syndrome, candida, that's got to be addressed. You're not going to be able to fight cancer if your stomach is not working properly, because that is where the food gets processed, that is where you get your minerals from, and without the proper food and nutrition, you cannot fight cancer. So you've got to address that. We've got a probiotic that we use, very good against stomach ailments, stomach problems, bowel syndrome, even colon conditions. It helps us with that as well. Secondly, your detox organs, very vital, looking at your liver, your pancreas, your kidneys. If they don't work properly, we can't detox the toxins that's causing cancer, and you won't be able to beat cancer. So we've got various product lines that stimulates those functions. If a condition, for instance, on the liver is not working properly, we stimulate the liver function with milk thistle. We call it liver ease, and once it works properly, we can actually detox. Lymphatic systems, your immune system, if that's not working properly, if there's problems there, obviously your immune system needs to be up to the optimum levels, and Intervene helps with that. It helps to boost the immune system to the optimum levels so you can fight cancer. There's quite a few conditions that needs to be addressed, and make sure that in general, if there's a problem that we haven't listed on the protocol questionnaire, please let us know. Make sure that it's correct. The other conditions of things that could be affecting and working against Intervene when you're fighting cancer, we spoke about chemotherapy. It actually cuts the success rate of Intervene in half due to the blocking mechanism that chemotherapy has. So if you've done chemo in the past, we've seen very good success rates, yes. People that's managed to reduce their cancers very fast, but it can potentially block it, and because of that, there's only a 50-50 chance that it's actually going to work and have the success rates that we are looking for. Radiation is the other element. We know that one of the top causes of cancer is radiation. If you're looking at cell phone towers, Wi-Fi, So radiation, we know, causes cancer, and if you've done radiation or if you're doing radiation, it's just going to take longer to fight the cancer. We've still had success rates on that, so it doesn't block it completely, but it does take time. There's another element called hormone treatments. The hormone treatment blocks intervene 100%. We've got a 0% success rate if people are using hormone treatments that contains a beta blocker. So the best way to check is send us the list of your current medication. If you're suspecting that you are using a beta blocker or hormone treatment beta blocker. And also keep in mind, it's not just hormone treatments. There's quite a few different medications that can contain a beta blocker. But if you are using one of those, we can't assist. Intervene won't work, our protocols won't work, and you've got to make a choice on your side. Remember, we're not doctors, so I can't say don't use it. It's your choice. The last element there that affects the way Intervene works is called MMS. MMS is hydrogen peroxide. It's been used since 1930. In general, they've had good success rates, fairly quick success rates against cancer. The unfortunate part is that it actually damages the healthy cells that fights cancer. And then once you've gone through the process, the cancer starts coming back and it thrives and you can't stop it. So under those conditions, if you've used the MMS products or hydrogen peroxide for longer than 10, 15 days even, there's not much we can do. We can only try, but I know our success rate is drastically reduced with that. And that stays in your system for quite a long time. So those are the elements that can affect the way the Intervene works. Have a look at the bottom then. We've drawn up the cost estimates on the products that you will require for your specific condition. If we've left something else, please notify us and please feel free to give us a call. Let's discuss this in more detail. Thank you for your time.